live at pumped-up Carver Arena, where the undefeated heavyweight champion of the Horizon League, the Butler Bulldogs, put their 7-0 record on the line against the young and athletic Bradley Braves. Hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Bissoni, along with Dick Versace and Danny Adams, and we welcome you to our broadcast. Happy holidays out there. Dick, first of all, the Star Watch tonight. Who are the key players for the fans to watch for in this game?
Well, you want to watch Matt Howard. Matt Howard, about 6'8", he can play inside, outside, he's tough, doesn't have quick feet, doesn't really like to be double teamed, but he's a real presence out there. He is the Horizon League Player of the Year preseason pick.
That is right.
And he was a surprising freshman, started as a freshman for Butler, and he's going to be a real challenge. If he gets his average, we can beat him. If he gets way above his average, we may not beat him.
That's for sure. Well, what about Bradley? They come off a slow second half against Michigan State. What do they have to do tonight?
Well, Sam Maniscalco's got to be Sam Maniscalco. What we saw in the Michigan State game, Frank, was pretty much, and it was just like a nightmare. I mean, you want to never have games like that. 6 turnovers for this fine young player. That's just not him. And then Doty Dunson's got to do his thing. He's got to guard Shelvin Mack. Yeah, Shelvin Mack is an athletic slasher, second leading scorer, for the Butler Bulldogs. So you really got to get these two guys under control, and the guys to do it. By the way, I wanted to mention Gordon Haywood, another freshman, 6'7", shoots 50% from the floor, 44 from the line, from the three-point line. I mean, this guy is a very dangerous player.
You bet that is. And I'll tell you what, we've got a good one tonight. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the play-by-play from Carver Arena. Butler and Bradley is next.
What's the most efficient way to heat and cool my home while saving money in the process? If you have asked yourself this time and time again, then it's time to call Grimm Heating and Air Conditioning to finally get some answers. The skilled and knowledgeable associates at Grimm's can explain hybrid systems and how you can choose gas, electric, or utilize both, whichever is more efficient with the rates of today. They can also demonstrate the most efficient way to create hot water with the Rinnai Instantaneous Hot Water Heater. Higher efficiency equals lower utility bills when you call Grimm Heating and Air Conditioning.
Products don't know how to find customers, but Comcast Spotlight does. With a mix of on-air, online, and on-demand advertising, you can reach your customers wherever they are.
Arch Madness. It's not just great basketball, it's 4 action-packed days, 9 exciting matchups, 10 Valley teams, 100 players, thousands of wild fans, and an amazing array of attractions, activities, and restaurants in St. Louis. It's the 2009 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament, March 5th through 8th at Scott Trade Center. Arch Madness. It's the one weekend no basketball fan can miss. Get your tickets now.
Special friends of Bradley basketball on Comcast include our friends from Core Construction. Wayne Baum and his friends. Proctor First Care, taking care of you all over the area. BradleyFans.com, your best place to get information about Bradley basketball. Total Income Tax, a Sharp Family Corporation. And Zobrist Construction, headquartered in Morton, with experience, longevity, and excellence. All of these friends of Bradley basketball would like to wish all of you watching happy holidays, and so would we. It's time, Dick, to talk about the starting lineups for tonight's game as Jim Less comes in with a record of 4-3. Bradley is 2-0 at home. For Bradley, David Collins will draw a big assignment.
Yeah, he's going to have to guard Matt Howard. I think he's going to get a little help. If you watch carefully, you'll see that Ronald Norad is not a great shooter, and maybe Bradley can double team off of him and double up on Matt Howard, who doesn't like to be double teamed, so they say.
Watch also number 20 for Butler, Gordon Hayward, 6'9", freshman, big upside. Bradley's got Theron Wilson, the senior, Chris Roberts, Dodie Dunston, Sam Maniscalco, a very athletic Bradley group out there.
You know, I think Chris Roberts will probably get matched up against Willie Beasley, which will be a challenge for him. Willie is quite athletic, really slashes to the basket, and Chris Roberts is going to have his hands full tonight.
He is. Willie Beasley is very athletic. He's 6'3", maybe a little over that, but he gets a lot of his points on the baseline and inside. Beasley scored 15 last year here, at Butler against Bradley, is in a big game 5 for 5. Theron Wilson's in the middle. That's Matt Howard, Butler's big star, at 6'8", 230, and the tip goes to Bradley. Bradley in white, Butler in black or darkest blue. Big crowd. Here's a lob to the goal. Chris Roberts.
That's not an ATO, but it's a game opener. It's a hello. We came to play.
That's thunder on the first play.
Nice job by Jim Leslie. Really set that up beautifully.
This is Mack outside to Norad. Mack is one. He walked.
Well, now is probably a good time to talk about turnovers. This Butler team's amazing. They have their 7-0 record. Their field goal percentage against is .366, which is phenomenal. I believe they're number 3 in the RPI rankings, and they're just a formidable opponent, and they don't turn the ball over.
That's for sure. Out at the top of the zone was Howard, or the defense. Now this is Dunston on a slice. Bradley wants a good shot. Good shot selection and transition defense. Defense is good. When you look at Butler's coach on the sidelines tonight, you'll think he's a manager. He's 32 years old now, but he looks 19. Long shot, missed everything by Theron Wilson, and Butler tries to get their first points of the game. Mack barges inside. Here's Hayward, the freshman. Yes.
You can't give him that much time. I mean, the nearest defender was 15 feet away. That was a defensive lapse there.
You talk about an athlete. This Hayward is all-state in basketball and tennis, and he's looking for a layup.
I'd be looking for a timeout right now. I mean, if I'm Jim Les, I'm going, wait a minute. We miss a shot, we shoot an air ball, and they shoot an unmolested layup at the other end. That's terrible transition defense, and Coach Les cannot be happy with that. His first 2 shots that his team took were air balls. I mean, there's no reason this team should be nervous. They're home. This is a comfort zone for them. So let's let them, just like in football, you're always nervous until you crack that first head.
That's right. Hayward missed the free throw. He's an 80% shooter, and Bradley has a long rebound. Sam Maniscalco was banged pretty hard. No whistle. Butler leads 5-2. We've just begun.
I guess in most leagues that's a foul, but apparently not.
I've heard the old phrase, no autopsy, no foul.
You know what, if it's not a foul if they don't call it.
That's right. Theron Wilson. Bradley trying to get the ball inside. They do to Collins. Triple team, shoots it up off the window, no. Butler pushes. Mack. Norad tries to get it outside. Bradley's got a 3-on-2. Lost ball. Wilson gets it back, a little sloppy.
Yeah, that wasn't a good choice. When you have those numbers, you got to find the opening.
Roberts took advantage of his speed against Hayward to the baseline, and he was fouled.
You know, Frank, let's check this replay out. There's a hard drive to the basket. Chris Roberts ends up getting fouled, out of bounds.
Bradley got the first 2, then Butler's rattled off 5. Dodie, Dunston, DD2.
I started to talk to you about what you're going to see tonight. You're going to see a contrast of styles. Both teams have young players. Butler starts 3 freshmen. Bradley has young players that they play. They have new players that they play.
That was Hayward again, and we talked about him at the top. He's so athletic. He has now scored 8. That's how many Butler has. Here comes a breakaway, and Norad cruises in a layup. Ronald Norad, and Bradley's down 10-4, and Butler is for real here. Butler is 7-0. They beat Drake. They beat Northwestern. They beat Cleveland State on the road. They are 3-0 on the road. Well-coached teams on both ends of the floor here. Roberts. Bradley hasn't had many good looks.
Yeah, I was talking about contrast in styles. Both teams have young players. Jim Les likes to run an offense that requires a lot of reads. So when you're getting a look at this replay, Darren Wilson makes a half-hearted effort to get there. I wasn't impressed. But anyway, we're talking about these styles. Bradley needs to read the defense to get their shots. Butler runs plays. They threaten to break, but they execute half-court plays. Early in the season, Frank, the team that executes the half-court plays can be ahead of the other team that requires reads.
Amen, especially with both teams with a lot of young people. Here's Hayward again. Can we stop him? There's the shot. No. Tip. No. And who's got it this time? Out of bounds and awarded to Butler. The Bulldogs lead 10-4. We've begun at 16-33 in the first half. There's Brad Stevens. His record to date, 37-4 in 1 year and
stunning.
7 games.
That's in the 90s.
Yes, it
That's
is.
stunning.
Butler's record in the last 3 years, 66-11. Off the glass by Matt Howard with the left hand. Two tough matchups for Bradley, Howard and Hayward. 6'9 and 6'8, and Howard is 230. Carrying the ball on Darren Wilson. Bradley's off to a tough start. And when they're off to a tough start, that keeps the crowd out of the game, and the crowd is a big deal.
Yeah, you always wait for that crowd, don't you, Frank?
I do.
They'll be there. There's a certain amount of jitters going on with these Bradley Braves, and that should dust itself off pretty soon.
Mack starts in. Sam Singh is in for Collins for Bradley. The Braves in white. Defense is working. Hayward, now Wilson comes out on him. A lot further. Open shot for Howard. Dead corner, missed everything. Layup. The bad shot resulted in a layup for Shelvin Mack. Bradley down 10 inside. Singh. Nobody there. Sam puts it up, doesn't get it. And the rebound goes off Bradley. Singh's got it back. He loses it. Here comes Norad, 1-on-2. Goes to the basket. And he's fouled.
Well, when Norad gets the ball, Ronald Norad, when he gets the ball, he's an athletic player. I believe Bradley was looking at him in the recruitment process. But he is a player who's going to take the ball to the basket. He's not going to pull up for jump shots.
We'll be back at Carver Arena. Bradley trailing by 10.
The Riverplex announces the XR Game Zone. Non-stop activity and non-stop fun. The first of its kind in the country. Interactive exercise and video gaming technology that the whole family will find totally engaging. The XR Game Zone. Only at the Riverplex.
If you're fan enough, our team's hungry enough. And with us, that means Avanti's. Good people serving up great Italian food.
It's gondola time, only at Avanti's.
I was going to say that.
Get the best price and the right advice on HD TV and home theater at Sherman's.
We've got a strong local economy, good inventory of properties, the timing's perfect.
And the rates are good.
Good. Good. Good.
Really good.
Call the realtor today.
Heritage Bank's newest location is your cell phone. Mobile banking. Your bank on the go. Visit go-heritage.com and check it out.
Get the best price and the right advice on a huge selection of mattresses at Sherman's.
Frustrated with high prices? Want to save 20 to 50% off retail prices every day? Get to the new UFS Downtown Outlet Center, where it's all about the deal. Pay one low price for carpet with pad and including installation. Berbers from $1.69 and plushes from $1.99 a square foot for carpet, pad, and installation. That's what you pay for just the carpet at other stores. An incredible deal. It's all selling out fast at the UFS Downtown Outlet Center, 1 mile south of O'Brien Field on Adams, where it's all about the deal.
The Butler Bulldogs play 12 different players in many games. 11 of those 12 players have shot a three in this season, and they average better than 8 threes a game. And that's one of the reasons you saw Butler come out of the chutes firing.
Well, I look at this team and I'm amazed. They've got some very good wins. They beat Drake. They beat Northwestern University, who's got one of the best teams for Northwestern University that they've had in a long time.
Yes.
They've got some really good wins. As I think you mentioned, they have an RPI of 3.
Butler's 3, Bradley's 63 in RPI.
And I think Illinois State's in the 300s, which is amazing because they're undefeated, but they're not playing anybody.
Right.
So
Bradley's 2 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 on 3. Butler's 6 for 8 from the field, and 8 points for freshman Gordon Hayward.
I know no one's more disappointed than that man right there, Jim Les, because his kids have come out and they're nervous. And you might have expected that at Michigan State, but they really didn't play that way at Michigan State. Michigan State,
especially early,
they did everything right but make shots. So they need to make shots tonight, and they need to really lock in defensively. They got to play physical and play really, really in-your-chest defense to have a chance to win this game.
Norad's already got his scoring average for the year. Bradley brings the ball up. They've got freshman Edwin McCabe, freshman Darian Norris. And here comes Theron Wilson with it. Another one after a timeout, and Bradley gets a nice cutting lay-in by Theron Wilson.
Well, it's that thing I was talking about. When you tell players where to go and what to do, as Jim is doing in his sets, they look like they're more effective. Most of Butler's plays are sets.
Here's a rolling layup by Avery Jukes, 24, who transferred to Butler from Alabama. He's a big guy at 6'8". They've got size and they've got depth. This is Chris Roberts, who passed up a good shot. Aaron Wilson lost it in the paint. Here comes Gordon Hayward. He's a 6'9" freshman who was All-State in tennis as well as basketball. Some athlete.
Yeah, and most of their players are from the state of Indiana, which is pretty interesting from the standpoint that it's a huge basketball state, and these guys all have good basketball IQ.
Zach Hahn just made that shot. His 3 at the buzzer beat Cleveland State 50-48 the other night. Number 3, Zach Hahn, a left-hander, and can shoot the 3. Robert can't answer. Butler seems to own the boards. Bradley's down by 14 at home early. Digging a hole here. Hayward again. Long rebound. Roberts, and Bradley needs a basket.
Gordon Hayward's getting, number 20 there, is getting too much time. Too good a looks. Knocked down a couple, just missed that one.
Wilson. This is Edwin McCain, number 1. To the basket, flips it up over Hayward, too tall, and out of bounds to Butler. And it looked like Brad Stevens talked the official into that one.
He may have, but the whole situation is exacerbated by the fact that that was not a good shot. That's a very difficult shot. A lean in, lay your hand back, try to flick it up with your wrist. You're 6'11", that's not a bad shot. But when you're 6 feet, you got to be more patient.
Number 22, Grant Leyendecker, has come on for the Bulldogs. Leyendecker is a junior at 6'3" from Indiana.
Yeah, not a good shooter, not a good three-point shooter.
Well, doesn't play a lot of minutes, but Butler gets everybody in the game pretty fast. Jukes actually intercepted a pass intended for one of his teammates. There's Howard on the low block. Now Jukes is in the lane. Hahn downtown. Push off on Butler, I think. Bradley will get the ball back. Butler is shooting the lights out at Carver Arena. There's a big house here, 10,000 plus. And Van Zandt, Sean Van Zandt, number 2, he hit a 3 with 15 seconds to go that gave Butler a lead by 1 point against Cleveland State. Then Zahn finished it with another 3. They shoot it. Taylor Brown's in for Bradley, number 13. Dunston beat his man and got fouled. He beat Van Zandt across the lane.
You know, when you have a start like this, it's disappointing. You're down 14. You need someone to step up. It's either going to be Sam Maniscalco or Dodie Dunson, or someone has to, or Chris Roberts, someone has to step up and start making plays.
We'll see who it is. Taylor Brown's going to try a 3. Around the rim and out. And that's been the story for the Braves so far. Hahn hurries. Leyendecker guarded by Dunson. Bradley still man-to-man. 2 is Van Zandt. There's a high screen by Howard.
Yeah, Butler's very patient. They'll take that shot clock all the way down if they have to. It's sitting on 12 right now.
Howard's a load inside. Van Zandt, this is Jukes. Sam Singh got inside position and was tipped away from him, so Bradley's got to stop. Now they need to score. In fact, they need several scores.
Well, you know, another option is if you're having trouble scoring, then you have to try to get to the free throw line. So you can do that by either throwing the ball inside and trying to post up people, or you can take the ball off the dribble. But you need to have some space to drive. You need those alleys. You need those lanes to drive in.
Butler averages.
There's one there.
Oh, yes, it is. Sam Singh flashed open, and McCain got fouled going in. Avery Jukes fouled him, 24.
This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you just can't hit from the outside, you just got to try to get yourself on the free throw line, as Edwin McCain just did. And unfortunately, he hasn't shot real well from the free throw line.
3 for 10 this year,
so
but I think he'll prove before long he's quite a little better than that.
He's got a nice looking shot. You can't make a judgment on the guy's free throw shooting on 10 free throws.
Not quite. Garrett Butcher comes into the game. Now they've played all dozen. 32, a 6'7" freshman out of Ellettsville, Indiana. They just keep running them in. McCain missed that one. Sam Singh on a long tip out, and Bradley keeps it. Maniscalco. Singh, hard post, turn, blocked away by Leyendecker. Butler pushes a little bit. Now he's going to read and set up a play. You just joined us. Bradley's down 20-7. 11:51 to go. First half. Frank Bissoni, Dick Versace, Danny Adams. Sam Singh got a rebound for the Braves. Let's see if Maniscalco can make something happen. He can. He went all the way in and won.
This is a Bradley team that, at least at this point in their growth and their maturation, is not going to be a team that can rely on three-point shooting. They're going to have to get to the basket or get the ball inside.
And we'll be back at Carver Arena right after this.
Think buying insurance is fun and easy? Finding the right company, deciding the right coverage, getting the best price. Fun, easy? It can be overwhelming. And that's why we're here. As a local, independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Live your life. Let us help you protect it. Providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Tired of going on the hour adventure to find just one item at the big do-it-yourself store? Well, there's a better way, and it starts with a visit to Builders Cash and Carry in East Peoria. Builders Cash and Carry will quickly get you the right item you need the first time and get you right back to your project. Builders Cash and Carry is here to help the do-it-yourselfer as well as the contractor with quality building materials like lumber, deck building supplies, and hardware. Get your job done right with help from Builders Cash and Carry in East Peoria, just next to the Cedar Street Bridge.
Velde Lincoln Mercury Volvo. World-class value. World-class service.
Employee pricing plus on all 08 and 09 Lincoln Mercury during our year-end event, like this 08 Lincoln MKX, $33,566. This 08 Mercury Mariner at $25,481, and this 08 Mercury Mountaineer at $29,793.
Velde Lincoln Mercury Volvo. Pioneer Parkway, Peoria. We deliver world-class value. World-class service.
Undefeated Butler having their way in the early going. Bradley is not shooting well outside, but coach, they got to get it to the basket.
Well, when you're not scoring from the perimeter, when you're not dropping your threes or your 15-footers, you've got to take the ball to the basket. Sam Maniscalco in transition took the ball to the basket, got the hit, potential three-point play.
He got the hit and he's able to finish. Part of that is Sam Maniscalco's just strength and determination.
He needs to express himself more. You know, he had a bad game against Michigan State, and he needs to come out and have a good game. And that means you have to, hey, look, say to yourself, I'm a sophomore. I shot 55 threes last year. I've had a good freshman season. I'm a sophomore. I'm healthy now. The foot's better. No viruses, colds, or anything. Let's rock and roll.
Well, he can do it because in his last game here, he had 8 assists and no turnovers. He had 6 turnovers at Michigan State. So let's see what happens. Bradley's got the lead back to within 10. They were down 14. A wild pass by the Bulldogs as Bradley sped them up a little bit. While we got a second, I'd like to say hello and best wishes to Bradley President Joanne Glasser and to my aunt Ramona Descarpentry, recovering from surgery and watching the game. Best wishes to everyone, especially those dealing with health issues. Happy and healthy holidays from all of us. The Braves down 10 with the ball. Dunston inside, nice cut. Sam for the deuce. And Brad Stevens says that's enough for a while.
It's amazing. Every time they go to design things, they get opportunities. They get baskets, or they get opportunities at baskets, or they get driving lanes. When Coach Les has time to, I just want to digress a little bit here and talk about how I admire my old players' patience, because I know I would be doing cartwheels out there. I'd go out and tackle somebody or take a technical or something. Yeah. But that wouldn't work with a young team.
Sure.
And when I coached, the players weren't leaving so early and all that.
Yes.
And so you always had a wealth of experience. Of course, very seldom got caught with as many young kids or new people, because you have to look at these JUCO players and say, hey, this is their first taste of Division I basketball.
You bet.
So I looked down there, and Jim, he's pretty darn poised.
Well, I
got to hand it to him.
Put it in perspective. Non-conference home record, Jim Les, 37-5, and Jim Les is 32-2 since 03-04 non-conference home. So Bradley wins most of the time against non-conference feeds, but very few times will you see a prettier shot than Gordon Hayward. Hayward has just been remarkable, freshman, and he's so poised. Theron Wilson tries to answer, flags it down. A big splash Gordon Hayward makes with those threes. He shoots them to the ceiling, and it's feathers. Traveling on Bradley. Chris Roberts made a fake, and the Braves try now to get a stop against an 11-point deficit. A lot of time here in the first half, and the Bradley crowd is just waiting to get excited.
Well, the deficit is 11 points. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's 10:30 in the half. They want to get this thing down to single digits by the time they get to half and get settled in and start making some shots.
Sheldon Mack missed that one. Bradley's got the rebound.
The other thing they need to do is they need to put better pressure on Butler, and they've done it on a couple of occasions, but they need to do it on every trip.
Defense is still the constant, and Jim Les spends most of his time in practice on the defensive end. Maniscalco's outside between the rings, 15 to shoot. Wilson, long rebound at Ronald Norad.
That was a good look. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to make those. There's nothing a coach can do with.
Oh, it's nice poke away by Bradley. Good deflection. Mack kicks it to guess who? Hayward. He missed one, and Bradley's got the ball. Once again, Braves looking for points. Roberts slow getting up. Sam runner, and it's gone right there. That's 6 for Maniscalco. 11 in the game for Gordon Hayward, the freshman. Bradley's in a zone. You know what Norm Sloan said about zones? I hate him. It looks like a stick up at the 7-Eleven. 5 guys with their hands in the air.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you that I hate him. I used all kinds of zones.
You sure did.
I like changing defenses, and I think with this young team, that's a good thing to do. And
yes,
Jim Les has got a 1-3-1 zone that he plays. He plays a 2-3 zone.
Well, you got to mix your defenses, don't you, Coach?
Well, it just depends on the team you have.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a rock solid bunch of athletes, you can play man all till the cows come home. But I like mixing them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to face a team that mixed them. Hayward again. Look at that splash. Gordon Hayward has 14, one less than Bradley's team. Inside it went to Collins. Gordon Hayward averages 11 points a game, and he's got 14 here with almost 9 minutes left in the first half. He has blitzed Bradley.
Well, there's an old expression that we used to use in the NBA that when you play a player like Rashard Lewis or like a Dwayne Wade or any of these guys that are knockdown perimeter shooters, you have to stay in their chest. So that means your chest has to be close to their chest. And if you look at the shots that Gordon Hayward's had, there hadn't been anyone near his chest.
No.
And that needs to be corrected.
David Collins missed the free throw. Collins shoots him at 69%. Bradley is down 11. Almost traveling, now he did walk. He dragged the pivot foot. That was Ronald Norad. And as we were talking, Bradley did take a look at Norad in recruiting. Everybody that knows this young man said he is just a great young kid. Bradley's got a lot of those too. Just getting around the team and traveling with them. Just outstanding scholar athletes. Wonderful young people. Had a nice talk with Will Egolf before the game, and he's going to work and get back and rejoin the Braves next year off the ACL.
Yeah, that was a tragic injury. It's unfortunate. He really started to make his move, when we were with them down in Florida. Came back and started to play well against East Tennessee State and just had the tragic injury.
Somebody said that was the epiphany of Will Egolf.
Well, he was into his epiphany.
He was into it. Norris. Wilson has the rebound, steps in, puts it up and in.
And that's where he's effective. And when he's on the perimeter, he shouldn't try to make clever passes. He should just try to make the easy pass, get himself to the basket with his slashes, get to the offensive boards.
4 points for Wilson. Norad looked like he pushed off on Sam. The ball is loose, and let's see what the call is. I have Sam Singh standing right in front of me. He'll replace Collins. 8:03 to play here in the first half.
This is what he does best. Ronald Norad is an excellent driver. He's an excellent athlete, but really good help by David Collins.
Mack is number one at the top, guarded by Maniscalco. Braves in his zone look. They trapped Hayward that time. Mack goes all the way in, and he got the basket. Mack got all the way to the rim and scored. He's got 4.
Well, that's what Shelvin Mack does. He's a slasher, much like Theron Wilson.
Sam Singh got a basket in traffic, but before that he was fouled. And he was fouled by Norad. Now there's a timeout on the court, and Bradley's deficit is 28-17. We'll be back in a moment.
Now is the time to join the Academy of Okinawan Karate in Peoria, Eureka, and Morton. Gain self-confidence, learn self-defense, improve your physical fitness, and learn the self-discipline that leads to better grades. Two-time world karate champion Joseph Walker and his highly trained staff will help you achieve your goals. Call the Academy of Okinawan Karate now at 692-2499 for any of our 3 locations. North Point Shopping Center, Peoria, Eureka, and Morton next to Kroger's. Join now and receive a free uniform when you mention this ad.
When is an heirloom more than an heirloom? When you bring it to Carlson's Custom Jewelry in Peoria Heights. Whether you're repairing a precious heirloom, creating your own, or reinventing the one you've got, Carlson's Jewelry is here with professional jewelers to give your piece that perfect personal touch. Everything is done in-house. Nothing leaves the shop. Carlson's, located at 4701 North Prospect Road in Peoria Heights, corner of Prospect and Duryea. Remember, custom jewelry doesn't cost more, it just means more.
A healthy lifestyle, living life to the fullest, having the energy to tackle everything the day throws your way, feeling good about yourself. At Kramer Chiropractic and Acupuncture, we are a life enhancement center, and we're committed to evaluating your overall wellness as well as designing an alternative health program that will change your life, literally. What you choose today determines your tomorrows. Choose well.
I'm Dr. Keith Kramer. Live life well.
Kramer Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Call now to get started.
All right. Well, this is where Bradley has to try to find ways to score. This is an offensive rebound by Theron Wilson and an excellent putback. You know, you can score in basketball in a variety of ways. It's not all jump shots. It's not all three-pointers. Yeah, they're pretty, they're exciting, but if you don't have it cooking, you got to find other ways to score.
The Butler Bulldogs are shooting 53% for the first half, but 5 of 12 on three-pointers. Bradley is shooting 40%, but only 1 of 8 from the three-point line. Hayward has 14. Bradley's leading scorer is Maniscalco with 6. By the way, Sam is 2 for 2 from the field and 1 for 1 from 3.
you can't win this game. You cannot win the number differential game. You just can't. And what Jim Les will do is he'll try to just chip away, hang around, just try to get his team, competitive. And then, as you like, Frank, the crowd will get in it.
Yes, indeed. You might as well take advantage of the home court, and it's really the home crowd that you have the advantage with. Bradley still down by 11.
They're back in man-to-man. They had been playing 1-3-1 zone.
Butcher is out at the top. He's 32. They go inside, backing Bradley down, and a foul on the Braves. Willie Veasley, who hasn't seen the ball a whole lot, he's 21. He's a junior. Came to from Freeport, Illinois High School, where he was a 4-year starter.
They play a little basketball in the state of Illinois, too.
Indeed. Free throw by Butler is no good. Chris Roberts comes in. Dodie Dunson gets a rest. Bradley looking for a combination that could get a few stops and a few scores.
Butler, they have all kinds of ways they can score. They're very good perimeter shooters. They'll blend that with the drives to the basket, but they also can post up people, just like Mr. Beasley just did there.
And Howard is a beast in there at 6'8" and 230. He is not in the game right now, however. All right, the Braves. Maniscalco's open. Missed it.
It's a good look. He's got to take it.
In rhythm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he had a good turn on the ball, the whole thing. He'll make more than he'll miss of those. Wilson is out really tight on Hayward now. He's really hurt the Braves here in the first half. Now Roberts against Beasley. Way outside Sheldon Mack. Look at the foul. Willie Veasley had a free lane at 6'3". He skied and scored. Bradley down by a big 14. In the corner, it's Norris. No. Rebound, Roberts, foul, Butler. I think Norad. Well, let's see. Butler has 9 team fouls. Let's see what it looks like.
There's Chris Roberts.
Yeah, he got hooked.
Just scrapping. Good offensive rebound.
Chris Roberts has shot free throws this year at 94%.
It's such a sweet thing to have a guy that can make free throws, and then he clanks it because we talked about it.
We talked about it.
Every pair of announcers that ever talk about a guy shooting a free throw, it always happens, and they always talk about it.
It always happens. Norris is guarding Zach Hahn, who's a fine 3-ball shooter himself. Butcher's inside charge. Sam Maniscalco saw it coming.
That was a fine defensive play. He stepped in, and he knew he was going to take a good hit. Took the charge.
That's Sam.
Here you can see Sam Maniscalco step in and take the charge against Matt Howard. Big difference there.
Sam kicks the ball up ahead. Bradley needs to get off 17. McCain. Oh, he got away from his man. Maniscalco's on the baseline. Roberts didn't take the shot. Maniscalco does. Splash.
Well, if you just looked at the stats and you came into this game and you saw that Sam Maniscalco was shooting 18% from threes, you'd back off and let him shoot all he wanted. But that might be a mistake.
He has 9 here in the first half. Bradley's closed to within 11. They need to get it into single digits. Looking for a stop. Butler throws it away. This is Theron Wilson on the hunt. It hit it off his ankle, but he retrieved it. He needs some help. He got it. Now Bradley needs another hoop. 5:15 left, first half. Comcast Spotlight, Frank Bissoni, Danny Adams, Dick Versace.
One of the things Theron Wilson has to learn about himself, this is his senior year, he's not an adroit ball handler. He's not a high-speed ball handler, and he's not a super clever passer. What he is an outstanding athlete with a huge heart. He's got ability to run the floor. He's got ability to lift himself off the floor. He's got courage and moxie. Those are the things he has, and those are the things he has to apply to the game. You can't start trying to do things that he's not good at. And you'll see him try to make some difficult passes on the perimeter, and you'll see him try to handle the ball in situations when he shouldn't. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. Stop, pick it up, get the ball to a ball handler.
Amen. Sam Singh made the free throw. He shoots them at 83%. And now Bradley misses that one. The Braves had a tough time with the free throws at Michigan State.
It started off the game 3 for 12 at Michigan State, and it got worse after that.
Hard to get worse. But it did. Shelvin Mack at 6'3" and 215. Big guard. Jukes. Look at Gordon Hayward, just pops, got the rebound, got it back inside. A layup by Avery Jukes. Just when Bradley comes within 10, now Butler's back to 12. Bradley needs to answer.
Well, they need to get on the defensive glass. They need to send 5 white shirts on every shot into the paint to get the ball. Bradley's got guys standing. Excuse me, Frank. Yeah. We got guys standing on the perimeter, not moving to the basket, not blocking out, and not at least doing a touch and go and getting to the basketball.
Butler has won 7 and lost none, and they probably haven't played any better than this half yet. The Bulldogs in black, dark blue. Hayward again, good again.
Well, he's 6'7". You got a little attention that time, but he can just shoot over you.
Amazing.
You have to get in his chest and make him put the ball on the floor.
He has 17 points here in the first half. Taylor Brown lost the handle, but it went off Butler, out of bounds to Bradley. Now there's a timeout on the court. With Bradley down by 15, we'll be back at Carver Arena in a moment.
Scissors for Hair, more than just a haircut. Family owned for over 20 years. We're open 7 days a week, appointments or walk-ins. We have the biggest selection of home hair care products. You're sure to find what you're looking for. Stop in or make an appointment for the whole family. Our experienced staff is ready to meet your needs. Scissors for Hair, centrally located in University Plaza in Peoria. 688-0600.
Total dental care from kids to grandparents and the brave to the not so brave. General dentistry for the entire family. Call 347-CARE today.
Comcast Spotlight is very excited to bring the Taste of Home Cooking School back again on March 5th. It's at 5 Points, Washington, and local businesses, we have lots of booth space available. It's a great opportunity to get more exposure. Call 686-2632 to reserve your booth today.
Get the best price and the right advice on quality living room furniture at Sherman's.
Embassy Suites Hotel and Conference Center in East Peoria. Online now at embassysuiteseastpeoria.com.
You want a story? This story is that man. You take a look and you watch the defender nowhere near. Gordon Hayward, 17 points, having a game of his life.
That he is. When he was a senior in high school at Brownsburg, he hit a game-winning 3 to win the state championship by 1.
I guess he is not bothered by the amount of pressure that was put on him then or now.
That was a win over Marion in Indiana. So he's a remarkable young talent, and Bradley's got to find a way, Coach, to slow him down.
Well, even if you have to switch out on him, you saw the defender get caught on the screen, kind of hugged the screen, and didn't. You can always spin off. You don't really need to lay on screens, and that's kind of what happened there. Or you have to switch. You have to send someone else out. The man has a hot hand. He's 6'7". He's a 44% three-point shooter. when is the wake-up call coming when you have to say, hey, we're going to get up and make you take the ball? Sorry.
6'8" Jukes blocked a 3 by Maniscalco, then stepped out of bounds. That's exactly right. Hayward is 5 of 8 in this game from 3.
Yeah, and look, let's face it. The guy's shooting the ball really well, and he is 6'7", but he still hasn't had that much attention defensively.
Okay, the Braves have it and trigger in Theron Wilson. Bradley's looking for a basket and a run. Maniscalco calls out a set play and a whistle on Butler. I believe the foul is on Sean Van Zandt. Puts Edrin McCain at the line. Edrin leads Bradley in most minutes by any reserve. 18.
He's an extremely athletic young man.
He is.
I know he played in a lower division in high school, and it's going to be an adjustment for him. He dominated a lower division. He obviously is not going to dominate Division I as a freshman, but his athleticism will come to the fore. It will make him a really outstanding player. Sam Maniscalco.
Yes!
They're giving him space. That's a mistake.
Downtown for Sam Maniscalco. 1 for Sam. He's averaging 10.4, so he's over his average. Bradley is within 11. If Bradley could get a couple stops and a couple more baskets, you would really hear some noise in here. Trapped outside, Hahn looks. Bradley's turned up the defensive quotient a bit. And a foul on Taylor Brown.
See, it's unfortunate because they took the shot clock down to 13 with excellent pressure. Butler was having difficulty making the A to B pass because of the pressure, and the freshman got tangled up. Taylor Brown got tangled up down in the post and got the foul call. Experience will have him know what the clock is at and what he can get away with and what he can't.
Taylor Brown is a freshman of Dunwoody, Georgia at 6'6". This is Gordon Hayward. All of a sudden, here comes Shelvin Mack from way outside. I don't know how Shelvin Mack did this, but he played high school varsity basketball as an 8th grader. It's in their book.
We'll have you explain that at a later time.
Of course, Coach Macias will be able to do it. Bradley down by 14 with the ball. Butler's had such a remarkable shooting first half. Maniscalco's had a good half himself. Needs help. Here's McCain. Got it! McCain fired in a 3, and he's got 5. If Edward McCain starts hitting some shots, those minutes will even go up.
Now Bradley's putting extreme pressure on now, and it results in a turnover, and that's the kind of defensive pressure that I thought that they needed to play from tip to buzzer to have a chance to beat this excellent Butler team.
Butler is a very, very well-prepared team, and Bradley is, I can just see and feel the intensity enhance on the defensive end. And a travel call. Every ball fake has been a walk, and that's another one.
Well, they aren't necessary. You know, right now you need to get good, solid looks. You need to use that clock. You have to know what the score and the time is. You're down 11. There's 2 minutes left. You want to get it into single digits. Be patient. Get good looks.
Mack, big and strong, barges in, and he's fouled. It was body contact. Somebody hit the ball only, but then hit Mack. And it's Taylor Brown again. That's his second foul. And Shelvin Mack, this is a well-built young guy, 6'3", 214, a freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, 75% foul shooter. Butler has 40. They average per game 67. They have been on display here. Their shooting touch they brought with them.
All right, time and score, 1:51 left in the half. It's time to be patient.
That's an interesting statement. Bradley needs to get a good shot here. Patience will help that. Maybe the extra pass. Bradley runs its offense. Taylor Brown. Yes! He waved it off. The far official waved off the basket, and Jim West can't believe it. He called an offensive foul on Bradley.
Well, I'm mystified as to why this basket wasn't good. There obviously was a call inside, and I don't know, maybe that little step on the screen there with a little shoulder bump.
I couldn't see it. Bradley gets a block by Sam Singh, and the ball, and the hoop. Roberts. Slashing try for the rebound by Wilson. Gordon Hayward may stop right there. No, to the rim. Fouled. 6'8", 200-pound freshman has had a storybook first half. 1:04 to play, but remember, folks, there's 20 minutes after this first half.
Gordon Hayward slashing to the basket. Chris Roberts trying to stay with him. He's got that left hand on his waist, and that's where the foul was called.
Hayward, 80% foul shooter on the season. He missed it. 1 minute in the first half. Bradley down 13. A three ball gets him within 10. Bradley will take any hoop. McCain looks for Roberts. They pop. McCain's got it back. Very quick. All the way to the basket. And he got it. And one. Boy, was that a quick move to the goal.
Well, I think the driving lanes are there. If you're patient, they'll open up, and then you have to take advantage of it. Edwin McCain did a very nice job that time. The freshman read the opening, got into the lane, finished the shot, was on the free throw line, tried to complete the three-point play.
7 points for McCain. Norris in, Roberts out for Bradley.
One shot, guys, one. You know, I feel like Bradley is starting to settle down a little bit. I like what they're doing defensively. They're putting better pressure on. I think they're settling down a little bit offensively. They're blending how they're trying to score and not trying to live off the jump shot or the three-point shot.
Absolutely. Now there's 40.7 seconds to go in the first half. Bradley's down 41-31. I remember Michael Jordan one time, coach said, I have missed over 19,000 shots in my life. I missed 26 game-winning shot attempts. But he says because of those failures is why I'm successful. I learned, I had the experience, I got there and did it.
Oh, maybe Jim will run the tape. They can hear this advice from Jordan through Frank Massoni to the Bradley players. I think I've said it before. I said it when we were together in Florida for the 3 games. This is a team that's going to have to grow. And that growth is not going to be like adding hot water and stirring and having instant success or instant coffee. It's just not going to happen.
It's a process.
It is going to be. And then, of course, not having Andrew Warren on the floor is a major factor. He would take a lot of pressure off a lot of these other guys that are being asked to make big shots.
And you folks, of course, know that Will Egolf is out for the season. He had started 3 games in a row at center for Bradley and out with an ACL, but he will redshirt and be back again next year and for 3 years. Warren still hasn't played this year for Bradley, the 4th leading returning scorer in the Valley, a great perimeter shooter. Good point. 18 seconds. Shot clock is at 9, 13 on the game clock. Now at 6, Leyendecker. Hans got it. He's a dangerous shooter. Jukes outside. Yes!
And that shot was challenged.
It was
no
challenged.
problem with the challenge.
1 second, and I think McCain was fouled right in front of us. He was hooked. No whistle. And that's the end of the first half. A rather startling first half of basketball as the Butler Bulldogs with a 7-0 record lead the Bradley Braves 44-31. We'll come back with halftime activities and some stats for you in just a moment. Bradley's got 20 minutes left, folks. Stay with us. Dodie Dunson, Theron Wilson, Chris Roberts, Sam Maniscalco, and David Collins. The Bulldogs come with their regular 5, Howard, Beasley, Mack, Norred, and Hayward. Bradley has the ball to start the second half. the tone in the first 3, 4, 5 minutes here. We'll see what happens. Sam Maniscalco at the point. Dunson goes all the way in for 2. Challenging exactly what you said.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they need to do. They need to really take the ball to the basket, make this team show that they can block shots, or that they'll take charges.
Instantly, Brad Stephen called timeout, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Thinking Camry or Accord? At Green Chevrolet Hummer, we challenge you to think again.
The all-new Chevy Malibu beats the imports with better fuel economy, longer warranty, and a much lower price.
At Green, you can compare the Malibu and the imports side by side.
We're so sure you're going to buy a new Malibu that we have 70 different models inbound and on the ground.
Right now, you can get an all-new Chevy Malibu, supplier price, for thousands less than a new Camry.
Take our Malibu challenge today at Green Chevrolet Hummer. Online now at ChevyStore.com.
At Pekin Insurance, we know that life has a funny way of flying by. That's why it's our goal to help you secure the future of the ones you love most. Celebrate life's passages knowing that your family is protected from the unexpected. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Call Mid-Illinois Insurance and talk to Ron Murphy, Larry Hardesty, or Mark Alwyn for all your insurance needs.
Pekin Insurance.
Arch Madness. It's not just...
We talked about finding other ways to score, challenging their shot blockers, and Butler was upset about this and called an immediate timeout because there was no help side defense at all. And good coaches, that's I'm going to use a big word here, that's an anathema. It's like it makes you want to vomit, it makes you sick, it makes you like you can't take it. It's the worst possible thing that could happen. And coaches, when they see no weak side help at all, and we're talking about when the ball is on one side of the court, the defenders have to be able to see man and ball and overshift all the way to the rim, and some coaches even have their defensive players overshift to the other side of the rim.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, some coaches will say, you know, keep both eyes on the man. The basket hasn't moved in years. Darren Wilson's really hawking Hayward right now. Bradley's defense is revved up a little bit here. Baseline Mack. This is Beasley. He's very tricky around the basket. Strong. He's inside. He's got it up. Wrong hand. And Bradley gets the ball.
It's good to see a couple of white shirts around the ball. I'd like to see on the defensive board, I'd like to see 5 white shirts.
Bradley has scored the only goal of the second half. Can they get the next one? Darren Wilson stutter steps. Ripped into the paint. The ball stolen by Butler. It's a runaway for Mack on a runner.
I'm not really what Darren Wilson does on the perimeter. I mean, he's simply got to make, we talked about it earlier, it's called the A to B pass, a simple pass like that. And then get down where you're effective.
11 for Mack. It's a 13-point Butler lead again. Bradley with it. Maniscalco from deep 3. Collins runs the rebound down. Bradley reloads. Open in the corner is Roberts. It's hard to make a shot when you adjust it that many times, but he nearly did. And quick Butler grabbed the ball. Norred all the way down. Beasley pinched and stolen by Maniscalco. Nice defensive work by Sam. Very well done. There's the ball loose and somebody nearly tackled. 18-19 to play.
Well, your point guard, when he comes down in transition, he has to make the decision: do we set up and try to get a shot with our offense, or do we try to get something in transition? I think Sam got a little confused as to which choice to make there and ended up in a turnover.
Hayward's got the ball way away from the basket at 6'8". This is Beasley. Sam singing the game for the Braves, alternating with Collins. Hayward goes off a screen. That's Matt Howard. He's their big star.
He'll come back to the left. No, he went right.
A little finger roll shot, and it looks like the Braves got a foul on Butler there as Chris Roberts got knocked to the floor. Really quickly here, special friends of Bradley basketball on Comcast. Core Construction, Total Tax with Sharp Family Income. It's BradleyFans.com, Proctor First Care, Zobrist Construction. All join us in wishing you happy holidays. Sam Maniscalco brings it up. He's going to the rim. Wilson steps in and is hacked. Bradley headed for the basket once again.
I think that should be their mantra this half. We're gonna challenge their shot blockers. We're gonna get ourselves on the free throw line. We're gonna try to score some points. Sam Maniscalco made a nice penetration there, kicked it off to Theron Wilson. Theron Wilson took it hard to the basket, got fouled.
Theron missed the free throw. He's going at 69% early in the year here. Theron Wilson, senior from Topeka. He's got that. 17:43 to play, 5 points for Wilson. He scores 12 a game. Mack, big and strong against Dodie Dunston, quick and strong. Slash to the goal. Stripped by Maniscalco, out of bounds.
16 on the shot clock. Bradley usually zones the baseline out of bounds. This time it looks like they're in man.
Hayward steps, fires, misses. Tip out. Who's got it? Theron Wilson. Can he control it? He does for two.
That time he really was careful, making sure that he didn't try to do something that he couldn't with the ball. Very, very strong effort by Theron Wilson.
Theron Wilson is 6'5", and he can really play tall.
And now you can see the scrapping for the loose ball.
It is.
Takes the hit, gets up, finishes big.
That's big time. Theron Wilson got it down. 10-point lead for Butler. 9. It's been a long time since it's been in single digits. Question, can Bradley get a stop?
Big stop here, big stop.
Norred against Sam. Number 5 against number 5. The count is on. Norred unlikely to shoot. Hayward does shoot. A lot. Wild pass, Butler.
But I'm really glad to see Bradley getting up on Hayward and making him put the ball down and make plays. That's not his game.
That is not. You're right, and absolutely true. Hayward is not going to be comfortable having to dribble through traffic as he is catch and shoot. Second half, Carver Arena. Butler 7-0. Bradley 4-3. Backing in is Howard. Foul on Bradley.
4 on the shot clock.
Wow.
Now Sam Maniscalco made a good effort to get down there, but he's got to have awareness of the shot clock, and Matt Howard was not in position to score or even get a good look. So with 4 on the shot clock, you want to make him make the play there.
That's Hayward, a freshman. Howard rolls low. Bradley looks zone.
2-3 zone.
Again, the changing defenses of the Braves. They come out and challenge the shooter. Beasley, maybe right there. Willie Beasley, who's been shooting threes at 25%, knocked that one right down. He has 6. The lead is 12 for the Bulldogs. Nice pass by Roberts to Singh for the layup.
And you know what? A really good play by Sam Singh. Give him some credit there.
Absolutely.
Faked coming up on the strong side. Reversed layup on the opposite side. Good move.
Wilson gets picked by Howard, and a layup results. Norred got the goal. Bradley back on the offensive end. Dunson gives to Roberts. Can Chris get free again? Here is a foul off the ball.
Sam Singh, he gets one a game. He gets one of those a game. I mean,
yeah, moving screen.
After 5 years, you'd think he'd learn.
We'll be back in just a moment. Bradley's down 51-39.
A healthy lifestyle. The difference it makes is unbelievable.
I'm Dr. Keith Kramer. Live life well.
Kramer Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Call now to get started.
Comcast Spotlight is very excited to bring the Taste of Home Cooking School back again on March 5th. It's at 5 Points, Washington, and local businesses, we have lots of booth space available. It's a great opportunity to get more exposure. Call 686-2632 to reserve your booth today.
Get the best price and the right advice on quality appliances at Sherman's.
Arch Madness. It's not just great basketball, it's 4 action-packed days, 9 exciting matchups, 10 Valley teams, 100 players, thousands of wild fans, and an amazing array of attractions, activities, and restaurants in St. Louis. It's the 2009 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament, March 5th through 8th at Scott Trade Center. Arch Madness. It's the one weekend no basketball fan can miss. Get your tickets now.
You're gonna love the things we do. We're gonna make you smile. We've got a style that's right for you. Leeway ceramic tile, a kitchen floor, the bathroom wall. No room is too big or small. So if you want the best in ceramic tile, the only way is Leeway.
One of Coach Les's greatest statements that he always preaches is they're not going to give it to you, you got to take it from him. And in the first 4 minutes, that's always what he's preaching as well. First 4 minutes, lay the law, go out there and take it from them. Right now, the Braves have turned to be the aggressors instead of being aggressee. The Braves are taking control. Looks for more in the second half for the Braves.
Thank you, Danny. And an interesting interview at halftime with Marcellus Robinson. The young man had a lot of good things to say. It was good to see him.
Marcellus or is it Marcello?
Marcello.
You know, being an Italian, I think I'd like to have those Italian names pronounced properly.
That's right. Marcello. All right. Bradley down by 12, 15:38 to play. Carver Arena's ready to get pumped up.
Well, right now we're looking at 15:38 on the game clock, and Butler's still shooting 50, almost 58%. Bradley's raised their shooting percentage up to 44%.
Ooh, near steal by Dunson. Inside, Matt Howard flips it up. Not good, and the Braves get a rebound. Bradley needs a little run here. 2 or 3 or even 4 hoops in a row. Dodie Dunson's outside. A lot of movement off the ball by Roberts. Skip pass. Braves continue to move the ball. 11 to shoot. 9 to shoot. Dunson's open. Banked it in. He'll take it.
Looked like Hito Turkaloo on that
one. 6 for Didi. Bradley, that got Bradley within 10, and a foul again off the ball on Dunson. That's 3 fouls on Dunson with 14:42 left, and Edwin McCain pops off the Bradley bench. Tough break for the Braves with 3 fouls there.
Well, he's their defensive leader, and he's their inspirational defensive leader, and he's a tough kid. He's tough, but he'll come back and use those 2 fouls that he has left wisely.
Max slips it down to Howard. He's all alone inside, knocks it in.
Not enough pressure on the ball. Lets the offensive player can overlook the defense and find an open man inside.
There's Roberts slashing to the goal, gets it blocked. Butler's a 2-on-1. Hayward for an easy one. And that's 4 quick points by Butler, and they balloon their lead back to 14. They have been impressive. Roberts across the lane. He's open. He hesitated twice.
See, there's no need to foot fake a man that's 5 feet off of you. Just make the pass, get into your offense, make your reads.
The first open man sometimes is open for a reason. McCain, shot is not good. Somebody was on Sam Singh's back, and out of bounds it goes. Butler has scored 55 thus far. They average only 67 a game. Zach Hahn, a guard that's a 3-ball shooter, comes in for Hayward, a forward who is. McCain got hooked. I think it was on Howard. It is. Matt Howard.
Butler is so solid, Frank Bassoni. They're just so solid. I mean, they play solid defense. They don't make many mistakes. They try to put a little pressure on the first pass, but they don't try to pressure all over the place. And they just have great position almost all game long. Sometimes they do break down, but not very often.
Brad Stevens won 30 games at age 31, the third youngest ever. The youngest, Bradley's 40 Anderson, who won his 30th. Oh, what a rebound by Theron Wilson.
I like Theron Wilson when he's around the basket. That's where he's effective.
That's 10. Theron Wilson, maybe he should play 5 for a while. He really has been effective around the rim. Well, that could get Bradley going if they can get a stop or two. Wide open look, corner, no. Rebound, Braves running. There's a pass intended for Sam Singh, knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Taylor Brown checks in, and Wilson goes out for Bradley. Bradley trying to cut in to a 12-point lead. Had it at 10.
Bradley just needs to string a few stops and get 3 or 4 baskets in a row.
There's still 13 minutes. There's one of them. Oh, no. Singh was all alone inside, then got clipped. And the foul on Avery Jukes. Jukes 6'8", transferred to Butler from Alabama.
You got 13 minutes left in the game. One of the things that you like to have happen, you certainly would like to have that basket go in, but get fouled, and now you have an opportunity to score with the clock stopped, start chipping away, get it into single digits and get it into low single digits, and all of a sudden you got your crowd in and you got a basketball game.
Sam's done some good work tonight, and he's been averaging 17 minutes. He's going to end up with more than that tonight.
Well, with Will Egoff, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury, and with him gone, Sam Singh's going to have to play more minutes.
Sam's probably in the best shape of his whole career at 240. He has played at 260. 7 points for Sam Singh, and Bradley once again is within 10. A stop here would be really something, really needed.
And I think the way they're going to get it is to put good pressure on. Make Butler make plays.
Wilson is out of the game right now. Dunson is out of the game right now. Bradley's got Norris in, and McCain, the freshman guards. They pin Norred. He throws it up and missed it. Here's a long tip out, and the Braves got it. It's Taylor Brown. 360, slapped away, out of bounds. And Jim Les having a word down here about.
He thought that was a foul, but I thought that was a really poor choice of shot selection by the young freshman Taylor Brown. He got excited and went into like double Dewberry and a cherry spin move. I mean, like it would count more.
The spinners. What you need in basketball a lot of times is anticipators.
Well said.
Norris outside between the rings. Now it's Brown. Bradley's got freshmen everywhere. Inside, nice pass from Singh to Chris Roberts. Bradley's within 8. Chris Roberts is not bad around the ring either. And Sam Singh,
they're coming to their feet.
First time. 12:05 to play. Bradley looks for one more stop. Wide open look. No. Ball's out of bounds to Butler, and there's a timeout on the court. 11:55 left. Bradley's got it down to 8.
Velde Lincoln Mercury Volvo. World-class value. World-class service.
Employee pricing plus. on all 08 and 09 Lincoln Mercury during our year-end event, like this 09 Lincoln MKS at $37,751, this 09 Lincoln MKZ at $29,556, and this 09 Mercury Milan at $16,732.
Velde Lincoln Mercury Volvo, Pioneer Parkway, Peoria. We deliver world-class value, world-class service.
What you choose today determines your tomorrows. Choose well.
I'm Dr. Keith Kramer. Live life well.
Kramer Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Call now to get started.
It's not about Florida or California.
It's about the Peoria area.
It's about what's happening right here.
Here, there's a good selection of homes in every price range. Call a realtor today.
Heritage Bank's newest location is your cell phone. Mobile banking. Your bank on the go. Visit go-heritage.com and check it out.
Whether you've got the next Bradley basketball star in training or you're just having fun with the kids, count on the durability of a Goal Setter basketball system exclusively at Rainbow Play Systems. Goal Setter basketball systems have the proven performance and engineering to provide years of fun. The Goal Setter's patented compression jack system and offset pole design make this unit superior to other basketball goals. Visit Rainbow Play Systems today to try the Goal Setter basketball system for yourself and get a free pole pad with your purchase. Goal Setter basketball systems, the best in basketball.
Bradley Braves on the comeback trail with the here's the Sam
Singh, nice over-the-shoulder pass inside. Chris Roberts with a strong finish.
Roberts and Theron Wilson with a couple of really great finishes around the basket. And here's another replay on a rebound lefty.
Well, that's going to get you into that fraternity. The Phi Slamma Jamma.
That'll do it. Bradley has closed the gap in rebounding, Dick. It's now only 25-23, and that is one of the reasons that Bradley's got a little more juice here and closing down a little bit.
And we're doing a good job of keeping Butler off the free throw line. They're only 4 for 8 from the line. Bradley's 9 for 16. However, in three-point shooting, Butler's 9 out of 19. Bradley's 4 for 17.
You think Jim Les has got confidence in his freshmen? He's got 3 of them on the floor with this kind of a situation. Here's McCain.
Make a good choice.
Got it! Edwin McCain, number 1. And Bradley is within 6, 10 for McCain. Here comes the crowd if Bradley can get a stop. They can. Good. Slash to the basket.
The guy's a poor free throw shooter. You got to put him on the line in that situation. You have to know that.
He has started the season 4 for 14 on free throws. Howard gets off the Butler bench. Bradley down 8 with the ball. Taylor Brown, Edrin McCain, and Darian Norris, 3 freshmen, all in the game with Sam Singh. Here's a pass inside to Singh. He throws it up. It's going to roll off.
I still like the fact that they're looking inside. They're getting on the free throw line. Terrific situation. Sam Singh stepping up a little bit tonight. This is one of the better games I've ever seen him play.
I agree.
He's active. He's posting up inside, shaping up inside. Guy gives him a hard foul, and he still almost gets it in. Good effort by Sam Singh.
That it is. He didn't get the free throw. Sam's generally a pretty good foul shooter. Dodie Dunson's going to come back for Bradley, and Matt Howard comes in. Avery Jukes goes out, so does Norred.
So you got Darian Norris, a freshman. You got Edrin McCain, a freshman. Dodie Dunson, first year playing Division I.
And Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown, a freshman. And Sam Singh.
I think he's in his 11th year.
17 years at Bradley. 5th year.
Jim Les calls him Dr. Singh. Hahn with the ball. Bradley down 7. Inside it goes to Howard. He's a load in there. Flips it up. Too short. Bradley running. Edrin McCain. Bradley needs a good shot. They got it right there. Taylor Brown wide open underneath. A great pass. A defensive breakdown. Taylor Brown wide open underneath. within 5. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Hahn for 3. Bingo!
That's what he does.
He just looked him right in the eye. He's a freshman. He's got 6. Zach Hahn from Newcastle, Indiana, drilled the game winner against Cleveland State. Quieted the crowd here. Dunson couldn't get it. 10 minutes to play.
I'd still like to see more slashing by Bradley, more challenging of the shot blockers. Cody Dunson could have taken that, taken it to the basket, but I'm sure he's concerned about his 3 fouls.
Butler misses that one. It's off Bradley and out of bounds to Butler. Now Theron Wilson will come in. He got a rest. Taylor Brown is out. Wilson has 10 points in the game. McCain has 10. Now a good hand for Sam Singh for his work as David Collins returns. There's Jim Les, one of the bright young coaches in college basketball. A baseball pass, it's going to go 80 feet.
That's one way to safely enter the ball.
There's a whistle, and again, a foul off the ball on Collins. He was in the game 3 seconds.
Well, they said that he need his the man he was guarding, trying to establish defensive position. Seems to be a lot of that stuff going on.
Oh, there's a foul. Beasley got free, going to the rim, got fouled. Willie Beasley, really an athletic young man. Butler has Hayward and Howard along the free throw line. 6'8" for Howard at 230, 6'8" and 200 for Hayward.
Beasley, a 71% free throw shooter.
And that's nothing but nylon. The lead for Butler would be 10 if Beasley makes this one. But there's still 9:37 to go. He got it, and Bradley must answer.
Bradley needs to just hang around, get a couple little runs, get some stops.
Bradley spread the floor now. Slashing to the goal. There's Theron Wilson. Bang! Might have been on the edge of his range.
That was a set play. It's called a flex. Ended up with a wide open jump shot in the corner.
62-55. Butler over Bradley. Butler's led all the way. But Bradley's closer now. Hahn didn't get it. Rebound, Collins. Bradley runs.
No numbers right now.
Good play by Sam Maniscalco. Collins needs help. Bradley needs a basket in a big way here. Quick Edwin McCain. They look for the skip pass. Dunson backs up. 8 to shoot. 6. 3 to shoot. He got all the way to the goal!
Should be doing more of that. That's exactly what needs to be done.
8 for Double D.
Don't back off. Keep challenging the shot blockers.
Bradley within 5. Can they stop Butler? Foul on the Braves. Foul is on Theron Wilson. His second. 7th team foul on Bradley.
Well, Matt Howard gets open inside. Theron Wilson feels like he's got all ball, but the call is a foul. Once it's called, that's it, baby. It's all over.
Yes.
I've never seen one change their mind yet, and I've tried it. I've tried like crazy to get them to change their mind.
I learned a few new words while you were trying.
Well, I was an English teacher. You know that.
And some other words.
Howard, a 75% shooter. I did walk around the alleys of Chicago for a while too.
Matt Howard, 6'8", 230, sophomore, top 100 player as a senior in high school. Pretty shot. The lead is 6 for the Bulldogs over the Braves. Butler is undefeated. Bradley is trying to end that streak.
6'8" junior Avery Jukes is in the game now.
He's got good hops. Maniscalco's in one corner now. Now he's coming toward the ball. Bradley tries to work for a lane, looks for a lane. Wilson did not get it, but McCain rebounded and got swat away by Juke, 6'8". Good effort by McCain, but he was in tall timber there. Bradley really needs another stop. Said that a lot tonight, but it's been true every time.
Sometimes you just need to value the possession. Once you get the possession, then you value it and you make sure you get a good look.
Jukes made a big shot out of the corner. Lead back up to 8. 7-12 left. Wilson's going to go into the lane. He's going to go all the way to the lane, and he didn't get it. Butler ball.
Darren Wilson did the right thing. He took the ball to the basket, had a nice looking left-hand shot, just didn't get it down. It's all about stops, hanging around and stops.
Jukes, 6'8", on the wing. Here comes his second in a row. That did not go. Rebound did. Beasley inside position.
Got to get those white shirts on the defensive glass, all 5 of them. Jim Les wants to talk about it.
Beasley at 6'3" was on the inside for a follow and a 10-point Butler lead. Wow. Well, this is only a 32nd, I believe. All right. You want to take a break, our producer? Go ahead.
Therapy with a personalized approach. That's what you'll find at Professional Therapy Services. Therapy for all ages. Therapy for multiple conditions. Professional Therapy Services has clinics conveniently located in Peoria, Morton, Pekin, Chillicothe, and Washington. For those who expect more, see Professional Therapy Services. We are the therapy people.
Tired of going on the hour adventure to find just one item at the big do-it-yourself store? Well, there's a better way, and it starts with a visit to Builders Cash and Carry in East Peoria. Builders Cash and Carry will quickly get you the right item you need the first time and get you right back to your project. Builders Cash and Carry is here to help the do-it-yourselfer as well as the contractor with quality building materials like lumber, deck building supplies, and hardware. Get your job done right with help from Builders Cash and Carry in East Peoria, just next to the Cedar Street Bridge.
All right, we're back. Bradley just grabbed the ball. 67-57 Butler. 6:30 to play. Frank Bissoni, Dick Versace, Danny Adams at Carver Arena. Bradley now has to mount a comeback. Inside pass. Singh steps in, puts it up too hard. And now,
nice penetration, nice pass to Sam Singh. He just couldn't make the play at the end. But you know, there's 6 minutes left in this game, and in the NBA, we have this old expression, you know, you're playing 4 games in 5 nights, you just say hang around, and steal one.
Yeah, exactly.
But that makes it hard.
Boy, Shelvin Mack, that's something. Yeah, you also sometimes see in games that you'd rather have a great player with the ball than a great set play in some game situations. Bradley loses another one, and now it's going to be hard at 70-57, but there's still time at 5:45.
Well, Sam Maniscalco made a nice drive to the basket. He had the layup and inexplicably tried to pass the ball after jumping in the air.
And as you've commented during the early part of the season, that's a no-no. Look at Hahn. Freshman Zach Hahn out of Newcastle, Indiana. He's got 9, and he just shoots the lights out from 3 also.
Well, you look at this Butler team. Matt Howard is a stud, and he's not a factor today. Gordon Haywood was huge in the first half. Ronald Norred, their point guard, steady, takes the ball to the basket, plays great defense. Shelvin Mack hits from the perimeter, can slash to the basket. Now let's talk about bringing Avery Jukes in, or Zach Hahn, the three-point shooter, or Garrett Butcher. I mean, this team is loaded with all kinds of weapons.
This is a very, and it's a team, Dick, that not only plays all 12 guys, but 11 of them have made. You know that Matt Howard did not shoot a 3 last year. He's 1 for 3 this year. But the rest of the guys on the team all can shoot the ball on the perimeter.
Well, and supposedly this Butler team, was supposed to, kind of reload after last year's unbelievable team, and they had better three-point shooters.
Sure. Well, let's take a break. We'll be right back for the finish.
Okay, guys, 2-minute break.
Hey, Jim, thanks for giving me the advice on the Better Banks. Terrific.
Hey, a satisfied customer is the best advertisement, and they've been great to me and my family since I moved back to Peoria.
They make me feel like a neighbor. Competitive rates, just been terrific.
Well, my daily banking needs, they have my mortgage, I pay my bills online, and I get great service with that.
Experience for yourself what we mean by better service, Better Banks. Now with 5 locations to serve you in Bartonville, Peoria, Dunlap, and Wyoming. Member FDIC.
The Butler Bulldogs have been resilient here tonight. They started in the lead. Bradley has challenged them several times, but they've always had an answer, and usually it's been the 3-ball. Here's the Friends of Bradley basketball, and I'd like to really thank every one of these folks. Core Construction out of Morton do a wonderful job across 5 different states. Proctor First Care, Todd Baker and the gang there. BradleyFans.com. If you want to know something about Bradley basketball or the Missouri Valley, great place to look. Total income tax, a Sharp family corporation, brilliant people in their field, and Zobrist Construction, Phil and Joe and Tim and all those folks over in Morton, great people, did a great television station I was involved with once. These are just outstanding friends of Bradley basketball. We thank them all. 5:20 to go in the game. Bradley shooting free throws down 73-57.
Well, there's no question. It's a tall order, but stranger things have happened. Unfortunately, you can't predict with that Butler team where the scoring is going to come from. It can come from so many places.
That's exactly the point. They just bleed you with Hahn or Hayward or Mack or Jukes, and then we're talking about their best player, Howard. And let's just check right quick here. Howard has 5 in the game, but Hayward has 19 and Mack 14. If you just told anybody with 5 minutes to go in the game, Howard would have 5, you'd said, well, Bradley's got a nice lead.
You'd think.
But
the weapons are many on the Butler team.
There's a reason they're 7-0. Here's a crossover shot, not good. Sam Singh battled and got that rebound. Bradley may need a couple of threes to go down. Here's a shot by McCain, but traveling called first. And the Braves get Norris and Brown off the bench. Let's see if we can see what Butler's shooting here. 55%.
Yeah, and Bradley shooting 44%, almost 45. But Butler's 12 for 25 from threes, and Bradley is 5 for 19.
There was a ball that Taylor Brown got his hands on, tipped it in the air, and it went in the basket. But a foul first. Bradley's had a couple of tough breaks on those kind tonight.
I think we've had, the Bradley Braves have had 2 or 3 wipes, as they call them.
Right.
Yes. It's on the board, but oh no, it's wiped off the board.
You could see Jim Less and Eric Bisher and Steve Murfeld and Alvin Brooks, whoever's Kyle Fote over there, all flying off the bench.
Well, that's a very serious coaching staff. I mean, they're all business. They work very hard. They make great choices. They're excellent teachers, and it will pay off in time. We just, we, meaning the Bradley fans, the Bradley family, are just going to have to be patient with this team. I mean, it's just a bunch of babies out there.
Yep, but most people would agree that they're good babies because the
recruiting's
been strong.
Babies in that they're
young.
of
course, and that they're young, sure.
And experienced.
Yeah, and who knows, John Wilkins, things work out well for him. He might be part of this team here in the second semester. A 6'9" young man out of Belgium. His dad, of course, Rick Wilkins. Sam Maniscalco trying for a steal. Here's Hahn again. He didn't get it. Howard tips the ball out of bounds and it's out of bounds to Butler.
The Braves can't catch a break. They can't catch a break. But activity by Butler creates these non-opportunities for the Bradley Braves.
All right, Butler with the ball. Clock moving to 4 minutes. Bradley is 13 down. It would take a Herculean effort. Look at Hayward back his way in, and Maniscalco wiped him clean. And Brown got tackled. Great play by Maniscalco on the defensive end. Look at that steal.
Great strip inside, Sam Maniscalco. Ball loose. Get on the floor. Go get it. Get some floor burns.
There they go. We'll be right back at Carver Arena. Bradley down 13.
Frustrated with high prices? Want to save 20 to 50% off retail prices every day? Get to the new UFS Downtown Outlet Center, where it's all about the deal. Pay one low price for carpet with pad and including installation. Berbers from $1.69 and plushes from $1.99 a square foot for carpet, pad, and installation. That's what you pay for just the carpet at other stores. An incredible deal. It's all selling out fast at the UFS Downtown Outlet Center, 1 mile south of O'Brien Field on Adams, where it's all about the deal.
Sports, it's all about teamwork. And as part of a team, we feel it necessary to recognize business teammates who have made our achievements possible. To our loyal customers at Teamworks, we thank you for your continued support and welcome you again soon. We're gearing up for back to school with an expanded showroom, great new spirit wear to support your team, and as your authorized Mizuno team dealer, we have the latest equipment to give your team that competitive edge. Teamworks, we're as passionate and proud of our team as you are of yours.
Embassy Suites Hotel and Conference Center in East Peoria. Online now at embassysuiteseastpeoria.com.
Tonight's game on Comcast has Butler leading Bradley 73-60. Theron Wilson leads Bradley in scoring with 15. Sam Maniscalco 12. Edwin McCain 10. Leading scorer in the game, Gordon Hayward 19 for Butler.
You know, I'm not sure about this, but do you remember Sam Maniscalco taking a shot in this half?
No.
I don't think that he has.
He's 4 for 7 from the field, 3 for 4 from free throw line, or from 3. I'm not sure he did.
But here's the thing that stands out. 1 assist.
Yeah.
1 assist. Now, that's mainly because we're not making shots.
Yes.
But it also means that he's not getting in the lane as much as maybe he needs to and get some dishes that way.
Well, and you can tell one other place about not being in the lane, 1 for 1 free throw shooting. If you're driving the ball to the basket, of course, he's not the biggest guy in town, but still.
What's happened to Sam Maniscalco is that he hasn't been able to practice because of a variety of things, that's virus, a flu,
he's had
foot
aching
injuries.
feet.
So really, think about the best game that he played was the Richmond game, and because we were playing every night, so he essentially was, in a rhythm.
In a rhythm, yeah. But Sam, he's a remarkable young man. He gives you everything he has, every minute of practice, every minute of the game. Bradley down 13, only 3:40 left to play.
Now, I'm sorry, Frank.
No.
If you're Butler in this situation, you just want to use clock, try to get it inside, get yourself fouled, any opportunity to score. Bradley, on the other hand, has to start thinking about raining threes. I mean, if you're going to have any chance at all, you're going to have to rain some threes. And you can catch up pretty quickly, counting 3 at a time. Let me see how that goes. 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Okay.
Butler missing a few shots wouldn't hurt anything either. They have a good shooting team. There's no question about it. Butler shoots 43% from the field, 68% from the free throw line, 35 from threes, but they're way over that tonight. Howard made them both. Butler's got a 15-point lead at Bradley. That's only 7 points for Matt Howard.
You know, and Brad Stevens, their young 31-year-old coach, I mean, you win 90% of your games, you know, in 2 years of coaching in Division I. I mean,
yes.
I guess the only way you can go now is down.
There's no other way.
No, he does an outstanding job.
Isn't he?
A beautifully coached team when you consider they had all these young kids.
Yeah, 37-4. Here's a nice driving layup by Maniscalco. He got a shot off and in, and Darian Norris stole the inbound pass. Bradley got it right back. Could they score again right away? McCain inside to Anthony Thompson in for the first time. McCain fires. Yes! That's 5 in a hurry.
Jim Russell now play the timeout game.
How many for McCain? 13 for the Edge. So that Bradley got 5 points in several seconds.
Oh, it can happen. I saw Reggie Miller get, I believe it was 11 points in 8 seconds, or 8 seconds, or 8 points in 11 seconds.
And John Shire, when he was a senior in high school, it's some kind of incredible thing. He had like 19 points in a minute and 20 seconds. I mean, he was stealing the ball and shooting threes, and so, you know, crazy things happen in the game of basketball. Basketball's the sort of the MTV of sports, so you never know. Anthony
Thompson sticks, gets the ball back out of the perimeter. Edwin McCain knocks it down. That's 3 on top of the Sam Maniscalco drive. That's 5 in a very short period of time.
So just under 3 minutes to go in this game. Hayward triggers in. They've got their shooters on the floor. They've got guys that are going to shoot free throws, and they've got Zach Hahn in the game. He averages 20-plus minutes a game. Here's Sam tying up. Well, I don't know what the call is.
Jump ball. I thought it was a jump ball, but I believe that Butler has the arrow. They're going to regain possession. Sam Maniscalco put on an extemporaneous trap there, an unplanned trap, something that you can't see, just went and did it on his own.
Here's Hahn with the ball.
See, McCain should get up and put extreme pressure on Hahn. Just make him make a play with the dribble.
Anthony Thompson, 6'11", or 6'10", in the pivot. Here's a driving layup by Shelvin Mack, and that's a backbreaker, as Bradley had peeled 5 off in a row. Mack's got 16. This is McCain. Bradley's only got 2:10 left. Try to get back in it, and there's a blocking foul on Butler. I don't think Brad Stevens is interested in too many fouls at this point where Bradley can score with the clock stopped.
Yeah, that's a fine line that coaches have to dance. You know, they have to dance, and tiptoe around that, because you don't want your players backing off and giving layups at this period of time in the game, when you have a substantial lead. So you just have to dance the dance.
And the free throw by McCain is good. McCain has had just an excellent game for Bradley. This is 14 points, clearly his biggest total of the year, and 15.
And he's making free throws tonight.
Yeah, he's a much better shooter than he started. 1 out of 7 from the field or something like that, and he's got a 15-point game under his belt. Bradley's 10 down with 2 minutes to try to get it back. Really difficult against a team that takes care of the ball as well as Butler does. And shoots it as well. This is Beasley, takes a 3. He's got it.
It seems like everyone on that Butler Bulldog team can knock down perimeter shots.
It's truly remarkable. 11 of their 12 guys have made threes. That's 13 for Beasley.
Oh, their RPI is probably. Oh, Sam Maniscalco knocks down a 3.
With 1:36 to go. It's a 16-point night for Sam Maniscalco, and he hasn't taken many shots.
No, he's had an efficient night. He probably should look at the basket a little bit more. He probably was a little gun shy after his 2 for 8 performance against Michigan State. But hey, that's just being a basketball player.
Sure.
Everybody has bad nights.
Oh yeah,
we got to come back and
play
hard. Now Sam,
here's a replay.
Makes the decision here. You know, I can't waste any time. He gets a penetration and a kick from Edwin McCain out to Sam Maniscalco's jump shot looks pretty tonight.
No. Got his feet under him. Was out shooting early with Ronnie Wright rebounding for him well before the game, a couple of hours before the game, and the stroke's looking pretty good. Anthony Thompson in the game for Bradley, a 6'10", 211-pound redshirt freshman from Houston, Texas, and lots of people are anxious to see Anthony, or as the Braves call him, Sticks, out there on the floor. Okay, Butler with the ball with 1:35. Bradley down 10. Need a stop or a steal, and a score. Norris hawking the ball. Hayward, nice give to Howard inside. He steps away. The ball is loose. And the foul's on Bradley.
Now, you'll notice Brad Stevens at this point. I just was going to say that Ronald Norred is not in the game, but he's coming in the game. But he's a 28% free throw shooter. So I would put him on the line every opportunity I got with just 1:17 left. Sean Van Sant, if he gets in the game, he's a 22% free throw shooter.
Instead, it's Matt Howard who just lights it up. He was over 80 last year. He's 76 this year at the foul line. Last year as a freshman, he averaged 12 points and 6 rebounds. Didn't play early in the season, but when he started, he really got rolling. McCain comes all the way down. There's Norris, short and foul.
Fouled on the three. He's going to get 3 free throws.
3 free throws for Darian Norris. He's shooting them at 80. Norris is a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Contact that Coach Alvin Brooks had. Jim Les looks on. Rarely loses a non-conference game at home. He's 37-5 in his career.
You know, if you're sitting in the stands, you might not like these guys that much. I mean, it's not their best night. But they're all very, very young. They're like, little waifs out there. And I think the day is going to come when you're going to like Darian Norris, and you're going to like Edwin McCain, and you're going to like Anthony Thompson. You're going to like these young kids. But it's just going to take some time. I talked about it in Florida. I'm talking about it again. It's a growth process that this young team is going to have to go through.
Anthony Thompson's around for 4 years, so are the other freshmen, including this one. Of course, now we've got Egolf for 3 after this. Now 1 minute on the clock. 82-72 is Butler's lead. They've held the lead throughout. Bradley got it down to 5 here in the second half, but couldn't quite get over the hump. Now time has been called by Butler. Well, the Bulldogs have taken it from wire to wire, and with 50.7 seconds left, they lead by 10.
And they got Ronald Norred out of that game real quickly. I mean, went in, came out. I think he was in for the free throw. No, he was in for 1 free throw, and then they made the change.
Right.
In between free throws.
That's right. That's what happened. Yeah, Butler, who shoots the 3 ball well and who runs their offense with precision. They don't turn the ball over much, and tonight they've really shot the ball from 3. They're gonna be a marked team here with their RPI already at 3 before this game.
Well, at last glance, they had 13 turnovers, and I looked at Bradley's turnovers, and they have 13. So Bradley didn't turn the ball over as much as they normally have. Butler a little more than their 11 per game, but their weapons. They were all over the place.
There's 4 freshmen on the floor right now for Bradley, and Sam Maniscalco, a sophomore. Think of that, 4 freshmen and a sophomore. Sounds like a singing group, right? Bradley down 10, they quickly foul. Shelvin Mack is the person they fouled. He's a 75% foul shooter. They've got nothing but good shooters on the court right now.
With 49.6 seconds left in this game, and Bradley down 10, and fouling intentionally, you wonder why do you play that game, with that kind of a deficit? You play it so that you can practice it for when the game is a little tighter. You can play the free throw game.
Absolutely right.
Give them a chance to make 2 or 1 or none, for you to get 3 or 2.
And I have seen teams in the past that don't foul and stay a little closer maybe, but this is McCain going all the way in, throw it up with his left hand, and he got fouled.
I think the basket's good.
That's exactly right. The official called goaltending. The basket does count. And with 45.7 seconds, the lead is 10.
Edrin McCain penetrating. Not much resistance from Butler. But once that ball hits the glass, you cannot touch it. If you do, it's goaltending.
And that's what it was this time. As let's see, Jim Les called his team over real quick for a word.
We call those free timeouts.
Free or freak?
No, free. F-R-E-E. And I used to do it all the time. And then, I was just buying a little time.
Sure.
And the official's going to come over and he's always going to warn you first. And then I would say, well, he's talking to his guys. And that would give me a few more seconds. And then they warn me again. I'd get them back out there.
Tricks of the trade?
A couple.
McCain. Nice game by Edrin McCain tonight. He deserves a lot of credit. He had a very efficient game. Here's Beasley losing the handle on it. And with 9-point deficit, 16 points for McCain with a 9-point now deficit. Bradley has the ball, 42 seconds. Bradley would have to hit a 3, get a steal, hit another one, I guess.
Or put Reggie Miller in the game.
There goes McCain. Now Taylor Brown fires short and saved to Butler. Well, the Butler Bulldogs have earned this one. Bradley's never easy to beat at home, and they weren't tonight, but Butler is really, really a good team, and they're 8-0 if they win this one.
Well, Frank, they just shot so well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, they say shooting covers a multitude of sins.
Sure.
And there really were no sins by the other team.
Yes.
When we say sins, we're talking about turnovers and those kinds of things. So they held their turnovers down and they shot well over 50%. And that's just tough to beat.
Coach,
you can match their shooting.
It's hard to look bad when you shoot great, and it's hard to look good when you don't shoot well. Well said. Free throw is down by Mack. Butler's got 85 points. They got 79 in their last game. They're churning them up a little bit. Of course, their freshman Hayward is really coming on.
Go Black.
But they're going to be a formidable competitor once again. The defending champion of the
Horizon Conference, right?
The Horizon League. They're one of the big all-time heavyweights.
They win it every other year.
Yeah, they do. McCain missed that one, and now the clock's just turning into 22.7 seconds. And the Braves with their youngsters out there getting a little experience. Bradley trailed 44-31 at the half, got within 5 and got the crowd in the game for just a little bit, and then Butler hit a couple of big shots and away they went.
Well, Bradley has such a reputation for being so good at home. That lofty RPI rating that Butler has will be enhanced by, the win over Bradley at Bradley.
Sure.
So I don't know how much higher they can go. I mean, they're 3.
Yes, that is astounding, isn't it?
It is. When you consider, some of the heavyweights out there like North Carolina and so forth. But it's all on who you play.
That's right.
And where you play them, and how you play against them.
That's all of it. It's been a remarkable start of the season for Butler. There's no question about that. And Bradley with Jim Les and the learning process, and this will be 4 wins and 4 losses, but the Braves have a few more home games coming up. Our next telecast will be an interesting game in Milwaukee on December the 20th. The Braves will play the Panthers of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and I think you've seen them play.
I did. I drove up to Milwaukee to see them play. They played Wright State. Wright State was a little shorthanded. Their leading scorer, Tone Boyle, or Anthony Boyle, is a son of a friend of mine. And they'll be difficult to beat. They play in the Mecca, Al McGuire's old stomping ground.
Yes. Well, this will be the last possession. This will be the final score, too, as the Butler Bulldogs go to 8-0 with a 87-75 victory over the Bradley Braves. We'll come back at Carver Arena for some final words in a moment.
Hi, I'm Brett Grimm from Grimm Heating and Air Conditioning. Right now, indoor air is roughly 100 times more polluted than outdoor air. 50% of your illnesses can be either aggravated or caused by polluted indoor air. We have to come into the house to be able to see what we're dealing with. We put a sensor in on one day and we come back 3 days later. This sensor will take readings of all the different things that are going in your home. There's no charge for the service. All it takes is a phone call. Call us today. We'd love to come out and have the opportunity to help you make your home as healthy as possible.
Arch Madness. It's not just great basketball, it's 4 action-packed days, 9 exciting matchups, 10 Valley teams, 100 players, thousands of wild fans, and an amazing array of attractions, activities, and restaurants in St. Louis. It's the 2009 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament, March 5th through 8th at Scott Trade Center. Arch Madness. It's the one weekend no basketball fan can miss. Get your tickets now.
Products don't know how to find customers, but Comcast Spotlight does. With a mix of on-air, online, and on-demand advertising, you can reach your customers wherever they are.
Butler's won the game, but our player of the game for the Bradley Braves in this one, Edrin McCain with 18 points, Coach.
Well, I thought the young freshman did a wonderful job tonight of blending his ability to score from the perimeter, as you see here, and also taking the ball to the basket. And that's one of his strengths. He's very athletic, and he can be a strong finisher, if he makes good choices. Here he makes a good choice. See how he takes the hit, gets himself balanced in the air, and then finishes, or actually just flips it off and it gets tipped in. But this is a guy, if he can produce 18 points against an opponent like this, that's got to be good for his confidence.
He's got really good upper body strength.
Oh, he does, and he's extremely athletic. And when he applies his athleticism to his defense as well as his offense, then he's going to make huge contributions for this young Bradley team.
He really is, and it gives he can play the point, Sam can play the point, they can play together. It gives Jim Les some more options.
Well, Jim likes to play 3 guards, as you know. But usually there's a knockdown perimeter shooter like Jeremy Crouch or
Andrew Warren,
and a Sam Maniscalco who shot real well last year. So when you get that kind of shooting on the perimeter, and Edrin McCain can really use his abilities to penetrate and dish. Right now we're penetrating and dishing, and we're ending up shooting 7 out of 24. From the three-point line. That's not going to get it done. Now, Bradley, on the other hand, shot 47% themselves, which is very good because Butler holds opponents to 366, 36%. So they won that battle, but then they let Butler shoot 54%.
That's it. We'll be back with a final word in just a moment. Stay with us.
Embassy Suites Hotel and Conference Center in East Peoria. Online now at embassysuiteseastpeoria.com.
The Riverplex announces the XR Game Zone, non-stop activity and non-stop fun. The first of its kind in the country. Interactive exercise and video gaming technology that the whole family will find totally engaging. The XR Game Zone, only at the Riverplex.
If you're fan enough, our team's hungry enough. And with us, that means Avanti's. Good people serving up great Italian food.
It's gondola time, only at Avanti.
I was going to say that.
Frustrated with high prices? Want to save 20 to 50% off retail prices every day? Get to the new UFS Downtown Outlet Center, where it's all about the deal. Pay one low price for carpet with pad and including installation. Berbers from $1.69 and plushes from $1.99 a square foot for carpet, pad, and installation. That's what you pay for just the carpet at other stores. An incredible deal. It's all selling out fast at the UFS Downtown Outlet Center, 1 mile south of O'Brien Field on Adams, where it's all about the deal.
Butler is 8-0 as they lead wire to wire and win this one.
Well, Jim Les is going to have to, circle the wagons, so to speak.
Right.
And he's going to probably do some circling of wagons, throughout this year.
Sure.
As the young teams will vacillate in their performances. Against East Tennessee State, they made 13 threes. I mean,
Yes.
It would take them 3 games to make 13 threes the way they're shooting now.
That's right.
But Jim knows what to do. And, as a coach, sometimes you just get caught in these kinds of years. You get an early injury, to an Andrew Warren. You lose a Will Egoff, who was having his epiphany and providing shot blocking.
Yes.
So you just get caught in those kinds of years, and then you just got to fight your way through them and try to get better and better.
That's right. Thanks for your help. We'll see you in Milwaukee or before. So that's it for here. For our scorer, David Robertson. For our producer, Frank Blaine. For Dick Versace and Danny Adams, this is Frank Bissoni, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening from Carver Arena, where Butler defeated Bradley 87-75. We'll see you December 20th in Milwaukee for Bradley and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Panthers. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everyone, and good night.